Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. What's cracking, everybody? Today we're gonna do a gigolo interview with Nick Hawk. This thing's 36 minutes long. We won't be doing 36 minutes though. But never met a gigolo in my life. So let's meet him.
All right, Nick. Nick, where'd you grow up? Where are you from originally?
Originally from Wisconsin. I was born in Madison. Went to school there a few years. Then I moved to Wanakee, Wisconsin. Graduated high school there. Went to Stevens Point College for a year. Wrestled and then ran out of money and joined the Air Force.
You're right. And what was your childhood like?
Is he a Power Ranger? What is that? Why does he have a Power Ranger bracelet on? Or is that like Flash Gordon? What? One of the superheroes wears that damn thing, right? Is this sexy? That vato's in a onesie? He's in a onesie that's damn near not even buttoned up. And he got a wind chime around his neck. What the?
Well, you don't know better when you're a child. You don't know what's going on. So you try to make the best of every moment as people do. But when you're you can be a victim and not know it, not know what's really happening. And I've done much dissecting of my childhood and what's happened since then. And once again, at the time I didn't know. I didn't understand the problems of two kids when they're 20 having a child and what usually happens from that.
Oh, hell. Get ready, you guys. This guy, I'm going to tell you something right now. This guy, in his mind, he's going to blow our fucking minds right now. What happens when two people in their 20s have a kid? Don't most people have them in their 20s? Like, in the neighborhoods and shit, yeah, they might be a little bit younger, but I think that's like, of course you would hope in your 30s, but then if you add up, like when the kid's 18, I'm gonna be damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, man. I need to get ready. If you got a drink, this is soda. If you got water, soda, drink, take tequila, whatever, take a drink, because this vato's about to blow our minds, allegedly. Whew, I'm ready.
And it's rarely that child develops to be a confident and capable individual.
What?
Very recently,
I need to see your statistics. Rarely does it.
and many studies will indicate that they do fall off the track and take bad paths when it comes to drugs, other addictions, depression, and not being confident more than anything. When kids have kids, it's rare that they're confident, much less they know how to be confident, much less they know how to teach confidence, much less they know how to teach a child confidence. So little to say.
Let's take that in. Let's take that in. Or do we rewind that? Let's rewind that. That was the weirdest. This is just listen.
And it's rarely that child develops to be a confident and capable individual. Very recently, and many studies will indicate that they do fall off the track and take bad paths when it comes to drugs, other addictions, depression, and not being confident more than anything. When kids have kids, it's rare that they're confident, much less they know how to be confident, much less they know how to teach confidence, much less they know how to teach a child confidence. So little to say, I had my struggles. I thought I was broken. I thought I needed medication. I was good at lying and faking my way through everything, though. So very few people knew of my struggles.
What were the struggles? Name the struggles that because your parents were in their 20s, you had a hard life.
In fourth grade, I faked a heart attack to get out of answering a question in front of the class. I fell to the ground and pretended I was having a heart attack. Went to the nurse's office, and
They laughed at you.
I kind of remember the awkward phone call when they called my mom to tell her that I was saying I had a heart attack. I remember feeling that nobody believed me, but they had no idea what was going on.
Well, you just said you faked it, fool. Did you think in fourth grade that you were outsmarting everybody? He said, I faked a heart attack, and I remember just thinking that nobody believed me. Yeah, well, you knew it was a lie, fool. Don't take it personal.
And that continued for many years. Couldn't talk to girls. Was hard to make friends. And I had to wear special shirts in high school that didn't show my sweat. I remember I wore a gray shirt one time, and I had sweat from elbow all the way down here, and I had to keep my arms down, and I was just in a constant state of panic. I had panic attacks in front of my extended family at the dinner table as well. I'm curious of how I not only survived but prevailed, but I do come to believe that those who suffered the most can be the greatest warriors.
Ooh, wait. Damn, man. This Vato's a great warrior. Sheesh. He breathes hard. I guess that's like, you know who he reminds me of? You guys ever watch 24? Jack Bauer? You ever trip like Jack's just walking, boom, and then something explodes and he goes, oh, I need help. I need backup. Like if you breathe hard, that means like, I don't know, something's going on. But like he didn't run or nothing. He just like something happened way over there and then he started breathing hard. This Vato is a great warrior. And he breathes hard. And he's been through a lot. He's been through a lot.
Absolutely.
He's supposed to absolutely. Look at Mark said absolutely. Hold up. Wait a minute. Maybe I'm. Hey, there is still. Hold up. Let's back it up for a second. Okay. And then hold on. Let me see if I'm really. Hold on.
I remember feeling that nobody believed me, but they had no idea what was going on. And that continued for many years. Couldn't talk to girls. Was hard to make friends. And I had to wear special shirts in high school that didn't show my sweat. Oh. I remember I wore a gray shirt one time, and I had sweat from elbow all the way down here, and I had to keep my arms down.
That's got to be rough.
I was just in a constant state of panic.
Yeah.
I had panic attacks in front of my extended family at the dinner table as well.
Why was your extended family at the dinner table? Thanksgiving? You mean immediate or extended? Like your uncles were there and your aunts and your third cousins?
I'm curious of how I not only survived but prevailed, but I do come to believe that those who suffered the most can be the...
That's where it started. It started a couple seconds before. The gaze. Look at that. The gaze. He's staring deep into Mark's eyes. We become great warriors.
The greatest warriors.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And
he took a deep breath. That was like, I got him.
You finished with school and all that. You went into what kind of work?
Well, I joined the Air Force for the GI Bill to finish up my school. My mom and dad gave me a little bit of money, but they didn't have much for the first year of college. I think I took out loans anyway. And I joined the Air Force for the GI Bill. So I used that.
He's a con man. This guy's a con man. Wes Watson, are you watching? This dude's a hustler. To say he's a gigolo, you know he's a hustler, right? He's hustling, and he's hustling Mark right now. Big dog, you and your onesie calm down, and I saw your white slippers too. Oh, Mark's gonna take we're gonna slow pan down this superhero outfit you got.
He transferred in a job that allowed me to take full-time credits. luckily I found the drive or motivation or guidance somewhere to know the importance of getting some sort of degree. And I chose an English bachelor degree, which I'm grateful.
Wait a minute. What do you like? What do you get what do you major like? Why do you get a degree in English? Unless you're gonna be a teacher. Like honestly, somebody let me know what somebody gets a degree in English for.
I think everybody should. I think it's the best degree out there to start schooling with. It helps with analyzing, creativity, which are very important. Obviously, reading and writing as well.
I thought English people that major in English, I thought they're good with grammar and like syntax and like sentence structure. Because this dude has listened to the way he speaks. Boy, he's a hustler, huh?
So you asked the job after the Air Force?
Yeah, I just wonder what you did when you were kind of finished with your schooling.
So I did 4 years in the Air Force, and
See, now I'm being analytical. Shouldn't he have said I served 4 years? I'm all analytical with it, huh? This is not an English major speaking. I thought they speak correct.
I went to school full time. I got most of my school knocked out. When I left the Air Force, I had the biggest crossroads of my life. I had about a year left of school, and it was either go back to Wisconsin and start a grass and snow removal business, grass cutting and snow removal business, or go to California and pursue dreams of entertainment.
Biggest crossroads of his life. I'm gonna go to Wisconsin and be chop down fucking grass or whatever the fuck, mow yards, or go to California. I mean, how bad could your life be when you made it through school? Your armpits one day your fucking armpits went crazy one day, trauma. And then you completed all your education. You went into the armed services and then graduated from there, and you got a fake degree in English. I don't get it.
And developing my confidence and becoming something who I really wanted to be. And I bought a large trailer, and it came down to the last week when I was getting out. I was gonna pack up all my stuff on that trailer, and I bought a trailer for lawn mowing. It was one that you could drive a lawnmower on and everything. But I needed it regardless to pack all my stuff on and go one of the places. And I did choose California. I drove down Beach Boulevard in Huntington Beach. I got out, I got a paper, and I looked for somewhere to live and work. Never being there, I didn't know one person who lived in California. I knew nothing about traffic. I wanted to live in the beach cities in Orange County and commute to Hollywood. And I did that for about a year. And I got my first gig on Tyra Banks. I was a security guard for the America's Next Models, America's Top Models, whatever that was. And I drove like 3 hours in traffic there and like 4 on the way back. I'm like, okay, I got to move there. But what I did for work there, waited
Your security.
tables.
Oh, waited tables. No.
I waited tables. Okay, before I joined the Air Force, what is that?
Come on, player. Time out. Let's pause, Mark. Let's just let him read. It's probably written down in his pocket somewhere. On the palm of your hand, fucker. Check the palm of your hand. Did you write your script there?
Yeah, in between my year of college and before I joined the Air Force, I actually took a year off where I got in a lot of trouble.
Of course, don't forget that. Come on now. You earned your tattoos. I'm saying, like, you got it now.
Drugs, hustled pool, did a bunch of bad stuff, and I waited tables and bartended at places. So I had experience doing that. So when I moved to California, I did get a job serving tables at McCormick and Schmick's, actually in Irvine. And shortly after that is when I got the balls to call a company and tell them I wanted to be a stripper. When I was 16, there was somebody in the town who was 17 who did that. And I remember he could buy beer and blow, and he had a truck, and he moved out his senior year and got his own place. He had a guitar, and I not only envied that, you know, he could support himself by doing this, but I envied the courage that it would take to get down to a G-string and strip in front of girls. I couldn't talk to girls. And I'm like, I gotta do this. I gotta figure this out.
He's gotta do it. He's gotta wear a G-string. He just has to.
Like, I saw it as a puzzle, a calculation that I had to solve.
Oh my God.
And I got the balls, and I called this company in California, and I told my experience. I figured I'd have to lie to get in the door. And they're like, come out this Friday, we have a show going on. And I went to the show, and I met the owner.
And he killed it. He killed it. He got 5 70-year-old women pregnant that night.
And the main guy, who was the cop act, who was the cockiest, most arrogant person you'll ever meet, he's fighting with the owner. They're getting into it. Girls are just screaming at him, throwing money at him and everything. Though he's everything I wanted to be at the time.
Oh my God.
And the owner called me up a few days later and said, so-and-so got fired. You're in next week, Friday, like the cop act. So that's how I got my big start. I don't really remember the beginning too much. I found alcohol, and that helped me get on stage and helped me with the girls. I'd get sloppy drunk, though. I don't remember any of it.
You sure told a lot of the story for not remembering it.
My first bachelorette party I ever did, I remember I was with the boss, so I remember I didn't get too sloppy drunk. And I did a lap dance for 30 seconds. And then I remember thinking to myself, what am I going to do for the next 59 minutes and 30 seconds? And I blacked out. I don't remember anything. I remember up to that point and then not even leaving through the door, but like it kicked back in when I'm in the grass walking.
I think what he's going to tell us is he had his G-string on backwards, and it cut off the circulation to his brain.
Towards the car. It's all gone. And yeah, it was crazy. But apparently I did a good job. And who knows what went down? I honestly do not remember the last 59 minutes and 30 seconds. But then I got thrown in. Luckily I had alcohol at the time because I wouldn't have been able to do it without it. And I did the cop act once a week for a year. And I was doing 4 or 5 bachelorette parties every weekend as well. I did that for about a year or two. Then I ended up starting my own company, Explicit Strippers. And to cut out the middleman, I'd give him a $75 show-up fee, and I would get $75 each show, and I'd keep my tips.
And this is in what city now?
He wasn't ready for it. Good shit, Mark. He wasn't ready for it.
Towards the end of Orange County,
over there near the freeway, right there is like a freeway, and then there was a tree, right? You know where the tree, that one, yeah. There was a tree in the freeway, but it was a couple minutes away, but it was right there,
Yeah, I started stripping in Orange County, and right before I moved to LA, I think I started my company. But then I started in Orange County, but I advertised in LA, Orange County, San Diego. Eventually, I ended up going to Hawaii and Dallas as well.
Oh, dear Lord.
I had the biggest stripping agency on the West Coast once I got it rolling. If you Googled Los, and then
Google it. Get the pen and paper. I'll wait. The fuck's on his feet? What the fuck?
When I moved to Las Vegas as well, if you Googled Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Orange County, San Diego, Hawaii, strippers, male strippers, female strippers, any of that, I'm top one in just about all of those. I had the biggest company. I had a lot of people working for me.
What's the name of it?
I started booking go-go dancers in LA as well. I was booking the Hollywood men at the Abbey in West Hollywood. I did a couple fetish clubs as well.
A big gay club.
The Abbey.
Let me see. Was he asking a question or just making a statement? Because Mark always comes with this.
Female strippers, any of that. I'm top one in just about all of those. I had the biggest company. I had a lot of people working for me. And I started booking go-go dancers in LA as well. I was booking the Hollywood men at the Abbey in West Hollywood. I did a couple fetish clubs as well.
A big gay club.
The Abbey is, it's one of the highest grossing clubs in the world, or it was. And yeah, it's gay. It's higher end. And they contacted me because all my strippers were straight. But higher end gay clubs want straight dancers there. And so that's why they hired my company. I booked it for a few years. I booked the gay pride parade as well. I booked 20 guys in white shorts dancing around their gay pride float for the gay pride. It was a good time. So it was fun. It's ridiculous, but it was fun.
And then eventually that led to something else, right?
So, okay.
Or another crossroads. Another crossroads that really aren't crossroads. Like nothing bad's happening.
So when I was stripping, I was always interested in escorting, up in my game, taking to the next level, making more money. And I reached out to a few companies once my confidence started developing a little bit, even though I was still pretty much the alcohol. But I like to think that it was developing a little bit then. Your confidence doesn't develop until you leave that behind and you start going out there sober. But I called a few companies to inquire about escorting.
You know what? Here. Do you need this? You got something in your tooth, player? Because I think we're all sick of it. And I keep that because I have a hole in this tooth right here. So I have a reason, But the whole sticking your tongue in your tooth and then breathing hard thing is getting the old, player. We're 11 minutes and 46 seconds in, and I don't know how much longer I could do.
And all the escort agencies, none of them had any women clients. So you'd have to see men. And I wasn't willing to do that. Most of my dancers, a lot of the straight guys that I knew would do that. But I never did. And so about a year went by and Cowboys for Angels contacted me. And this was the first exclusive straight male for straight female companion website ever done. He found me on Model Mayhem, actually, and saw that I had stripping experience. He liked my look, over 6 foot. A few other things that went into that equation.
Horrible tattoos.
And
right.
He went on Tyra Banks.
Check.
And that kind of blew his company up a little bit. So he was expanding, looking for new guys. He brought me on. I became one of his top guys fairly shortly, but I was still only getting 1 or 2 bookings a month. And they were like 1 and 2 hour bookings. I don't even remember if I got a 4-hour booking at that time or not. And yeah, like 1 or 2 a month. I thought it was amazing. I thought I was, king shit. It was great. I felt like, I was at the top of something. The top of something.
The top of a 70-year-old woman, player. That's what you want. She had blue hair. And you might have knocked it off her head and put it back on. Like, hold on, you sexy without it, but keep it on your head. Anyways, so we're done with this. I can't do any more of this. Hopefully you guys got a few laughs out of it. I was waiting for the full, onesie picture, slow pan that Mark does, but it's taking too long. Hopefully you guys don't ask me for a part 2 to this crap, right? This guy, Nick. Hey, go ahead and sign up for Wes Watson's thing, homes, because he'll help you build your confidence and get you write it out, and then you might be able to get more 4-hour bookings and shit. Anyways, everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. I'm out.